Well, good Wednesday morning. I am not often on here for my Wednesday video in the morning, but I am needing to head over into Huntsville to take care of something to do with the fundraiser we are working on for Lana. And so I need, hey Deanna, I see you're on in the morning. Thanks for joining me. So I am getting ready to head over to Huntsville to take care of that business, and I am in the process of doing my makeup, and I'm having a very challenging morning with that because I'm doing it backwards. I have not done my makeup backwards in the end. I don't think there's ever been an occasion when I do my makeup backwards. In all of the time I've been wearing makeup, which is what, since I was 15 maybe. And so it's challenging to do that, but I did that in order to show you a new Avon product. So I've already done my eye makeup. Now, some people always do their eye makeup first and then their foundation, but that's not the way I do things. And today, I washed my face. I don't even have anything on it right now, and so this is truly, well, other than the eyes. The eyes are done. And I used my Eye Lift Pro, the gel. This is Clinical Eye Lift Pro. Used the gel on the lid to tighten and lift. And the cream underneath the eyes and on the crow's feet area for moisturization and treatment. And so I did that and then did my eyeshadow and mascara. And now we're going to finish with the rest of it. Okay, see if I can get my hair out of the way. So I am using the Anew Ultimate Elixir. That's the new product we've got that comes out as a two-part pump. We've got the cream on one side and the serum on the other. Well, it is a serum, but it's an oil on the other. And so we just pump that out. And if you do it right, you should have about the same amount of both. Rub them together. And then just put over the face. I like to kind of pat it around and then, you know, put it in. And I do my neck too. I'm not going to go too low on my neck because I don't want to get it all over my shirt. I'm wearing one of the shirts from last year, I guess it was. It could have been 2 years ago, actually. But I think it was last year. And so the serum goes on very lightly, and that is what you would put on first if you're going to be using it. It always goes under your moisturizer. Now, the new product I'm going to be showing you is Magix Tint, which is a moisturizer, but it does not have sunscreen. So I'm also using the Anew Ultimate for Day, and just a little of that. Don't like to go too heavy. Some people who don't care about sunscreen could just use the Magix Tint. It is more of a summery product, so I'm not sure if it will be out other than just in the summer. So if you try that product and love it, then you might want to go ahead and order another one or two in case it is only out for the summer. I don't remember having read that, but the nature of the product, I'm thinking it may just be out for the summer. Now, we've had Magix Face Perfector for a long time, and we did have a cashmere foundation, Magix Cashmere Foundation, for a few years that was in that same name, Magix Cashmere Foundation, I believe it was called. I think that's right. But anyway, this is along the line of the Magix Face Perfector, but it has a tint to it. Now, it comes in 4 shades, and I understand they are very forgiving, so that you might be able to wear 2 or 3 different ones. I'm not, I think I've already talked about that a bit. This one is the light, which would be the 2nd shade. And I have not tried it at all, have not even opened this box. So you're going to see how it works. At the same time, I am, while I'm letting my moisturizer just sit for a minute. I like to do that before I continue. I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about it. The finish is radiant, So this is actually a see-through area there, so you can see that that is the shade. And the finish is radiant, which means it has a little bit of a brightening gleam to it. So if you like a matte finish, this product is not for you. And but if you want that little bit of a summery glow, this is a good product for you. It blurs imperfections. It won't settle into your lines and pores. It's infused with a botanical extracts of passion fruit, chia, and sunflower seed. Boosts the moisture. It is paraben free. It is hypoallergenic, dermatologist and allergy tested, and it is a vegan product. So the coverage is skin enhancing, illuminating, sheer coverage. So it's going to be lightweight for summer. And, you know, it's probably not going to cover up all of my imperfections, but it will help to blur those. And so let's see how it works. I've took it out of the box and popped open the lid, and I see that it squeezes out. It's kind of thicker, so I'm not needing to shake it or anything like that. And we'll just see here. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Avon seals everything up nicely so that we don't have any leakage in our orders, and hopefully we don't have any leakage in our orders. You know, there's always that off chance that UPS gets kind of wild with things. So yeah, but anyway, took that little off and put my cap back on. I keep trying to get above the words. Oh, gotta run. Yeah, go Deanna. I know you're a busy woman. Okay, now it does shake. Yes. I can tell that. So yes, it's a good idea to shake it. I can tell. Or is that my bracelet shaking? Thanks for dropping by, Deanna. Okay, so we squeeze it out, and there, just a little. I don't want to get too much here. Oh, that looks like plenty. Okay, so just dot that on my face. Usually I have to use my magnifying mirror to put on my makeup, especially with my eyeshadow and mascara, but I think I can do this without that. I may need to check it. Okay, now the Avon JJ Janine, who shows us how to do everything with Avon, she is one of our product people. She put different shades all around her face, like 3 different ones, to show, wouldn't you know, the phone, to show that she could wear 3 different shades of this. Okay, so I am going to use my mirror just to make sure that I've got this right under my eyes, because I don't have time this morning to go back and redo my makeup. Okay, so we want to make sure it's right. Okay, I probably could use the fair actually of this, because I was afraid it might be too light with fair. I really don't go out and tan, and so I think I could probably use fair, but this does not look bad. And I thought there might be more gleam to it than there is. So yeah, I was afraid it might be too gleamy, too illuminating for my skin, but I think it's okay. Okay, now what I would do probably is use my powder and of course a little blush. And we always want to make sure the blending line. I saw the cutest picture. It was a dog that had been shaved. His head was brown and the dog was white. Now I'll probably share that for Friday Fun sometime. But it was talking about, it was using it. I mean, it's perfect for Avon, right? Because it was saying when she don't know how to blend her makeup. Anyway, I may get that on here. So we do want to make sure we blend that makeup just right out there. Okay. Okay, so that's Magix Tint. Out for the summer, at least. If it's a real winter, it may stay around, but just a lightweight moisturizer, sheer coverage for summer, gives you just a little bit of illuminating to blur those imperfections. I do have some age spots, yes I do. quite, well, I start to say quite often, but it's not really that often. But through the years, I have had people tell me, you have beautiful skin. And I always want to say, really? Because I'm not seeing it, you know. And somebody did that just the other day at the church building. A new person I was talking with said, you have beautiful skin. Okay. 32 years of using Avon products. I should have beautiful skin. But before that, I, did some things to damage my skin in the sun, trying to tan when I don't have the kind of skin that tans well. Yeah, like that product. Okay. Now, moving on, I do want to talk about one more thing, and that is mentoring with Avon. So I'm in part of a MEBA challenge. MEBA is Moms in Business Association, and it's a new group that it's not a new group. They started in England, and they're really just getting started in America, though, and just got started in Madison in the fall, I believe, of last year. So this is MEBA of Madison that I'm a part of, and if you see some networking pictures and things, that's usually with that group that I'm doing it. So somebody give me a thumbs up, and I don't know who that is because it's not showing me. You have to say something if you want me to know that you're there, okay? Couldn't see whose icon that was. So anyway, MEBA of Madison, and the challenge, this week I'm in the Instagram challenge. The challenge for today is goal digging, not gold digging, but goal digging. And it's to think about your goals and then post on Instagram of what your goals are and what you try to accomplish with your business. So I'll be doing that later today. I'm putting a little thought into it first. Oh, I forgot I was going to put on my Crave in French toast. May not be quite peachy enough. Looks peachier there, but we'll change that color before we go out to something different. Okay. Anyway, or I should say not apricot-y enough. It's peachy. Okay. Maybe that won't clash too much. Anyway, the MEBA challenge. I will be doing that on Instagram later today. That is something that, I am a mentor. I am the treetop of my team of cloud climbers. So I don't have somebody above me giving me, well, I do. Actually, I do have people above me giving me challenges. I have Avon giving me challenges to do. And now I have MEBA giving me challenges to do. And so that's just a way to, you're always wanting to grow. You always want to grow personally and professionally and business-wise. That's part of why the networking, to help me grow. And also the MEBA challenge will help me grow and learn more about Instagram. I do a little bit with Instagram, but sometimes, like today, she said, put in your caption. And I'm like, okay, what's a caption with Instagram? Is that the part that you write about your picture that you're posting? Or is that something you put on a story? Or anyway, I think it's just what you write about your picture that you're posting. And so my caption will be about gold digging. And so if you're on Instagram, you look for that later. So mentoring, what do I do as a mentor? To start with, I have a team of, I meant to check it before I got on here, but I was kind of rushing. It was 88 members just recently, so it's probably still at 88. I added a new team member just in the last week, so glad to have her on board. Some of the team members I add are people that I personally meet and talk with and bring in, to be part of my team, because the way Avon is working now is everyone who becomes a representative is assigned to a team. So if they do not put in a code or go to a specific Avon representatives link, or on their online store, click on the Become a Representative there. If they don't do that, so that they're assigned to someone that they want to be assigned to, Avon will assign them to someone. And so I get leads from Avon. In order to get those leads, I have to meet certain qualifications, excuse me, and certain goals, always goals, in order to get the leads. And so I get leads from Avon about once a week now. And mine are only within a 100-mile radius. But also, if people are looking for Avon within a 100-mile radius of me, a lot of times they will find me. I had a call from Gadsden, and I had a call from Nashville just recently. The Nashville one, I'm trying to remember what it was she wanted, but anyway, I think she was considering getting back into Avon as a rep. The Gadsden one was looking for a local representative because hers had retired. And so I told her, well, are you interested in ordering online? She said, well, might be. I said, well, here, let me give you the information about that and my link, and you can take a look. And if you want to do that, go ahead and do it. And if not, call me back and I'll get a rep in your area for you. And she called me back within a few minutes and said, go ahead and give me the name of a rep. So I was able to give her one of my teammates, my team members, because that's what I do. If it's not anybody in my local delivery area, I will find someone on my team who can service them, or I will find someone not on my team to service them. I will work until I have somebody for them, basically. And I'm part of a Facebook group for North Alabama, and if that didn't work, I could go to Avon Southeast Facebook group, and somebody, usually more than one, will come up for them. So I'm going to call her back today, actually, and find out if she was able to get in touch with the rep I recommended to her, because I didn't hear from her again, so I'm assuming she was, but I want to follow up on that and make sure. So that's one thing about me that I can say, is that I'm pretty dedicated to what I do. That's why I don't take on a lot of new tasks here and there, because once I take on a task, it's generally mine for life, seems like, or until there's no more need for that task to be done. And so I am pretty much loaded with the things that I need to do now. Now, taking on being a part of MEBA and that networking was something new for me, and I'm trying to stick with it and do what I need to do for that. But other than, just I don't do it very often, taking on something new to do. Because, like, for Care Bears, you've seen me, I've got them right here by the sewing machine, because I've got Care Bears. I'll show you one of the cute ones there. I've got Care Bears to sew. I try to do 25 of them. This one I actually painted too. And so I try to do 25 of those a month. And basically, if I'm saying I'm going to do 25, and that's a goal set for me, I'll do my 25. So I've got that many more to get done. I think there's about 10 there. They're sitting here on the sewing machine. I just run in here and sew some every now and then. But things like that, and taking over many years ago, getting the teachers for the preschool department at church. Been doing it ever since. Probably do it until I just can't do it anymore. And teaching in the preschool department at church as well. So things like that, taking on the Alana fundraiser. Been doing that for 25 years plus. It's just once I take on something, I try to stick with it. And so I've been mentoring my team for 19 or 20 years now, maybe 20 years now. And there's the phone again. Some days. Could be a customer, but a lot of times on that phone, it's just those scam calls, So anyway, mentoring my team, what I do. When I get the leads from Avon, I contact them right away and send them an email that has information about how the Avon business works. Just, not a really long email, but enough information that they can make a decision about whether they think that's right for them. And I get that sent to them and tell them, just let me know if you've got any more questions about Avon. And either they will decide to become a representative or they will not. If they decide not to, their name goes on my email list that I contact once a month. And it's over 400 names now of people who have in some way expressed an interest, or Avon has garnered their information in some way, to contact them about the leadership opportunity, which is what it is. Not the leadership opportunity, but the Avon opportunity. And so they stay on that list until they tell me to take them off, or the email addresses are no longer valid, and then I'll eliminate those when I get around to it. And so if they do become a representative, then I follow a schedule that Avon has recommended on how often to contact new representatives and kind of what to say for them. I've taken emails that Avon provided and tweaked them to fit my personality and what I want to say. And I'll send them out on, I've got a calendar on my Vibe system with Avon that tells me when to send those out. And so I'll send them out on that basis. I do add in one shortly. Like the first day I send the welcome to Avon, the second day is the one I've added in, and that is an email that's just about me, telling them about me so that they'll know who they're working with, because a lot of these people I will never meet in person. And they're still on my team. I want them to know a little bit about me, and I encourage them to tell me a little bit about them. And if they're willing, then if they give me permission, I'll put that information into my next newsletter. I try to do a newsletter for my team every campaign. A campaign is 2 weeks with Avon. If I miss a campaign, I'll combine a newsletter for 2 if things just get really busy and hectic. And in that newsletter, I will list the top 10 on the team in sales, and who's having a birthday, who's having an anniversary, who's new to the team, some tips. And now I've started adding a challenge to my team, and it's a challenge to help them grow their business. We will be starting our 3rd challenge soon, and so I can go ahead and tell anybody who happens to see this before I get the newsletter sent this week what the next challenge is. And I have to have a certain number participate in the challenge each campaign, and I always participate in it too, because I don't go in the drawing that I do for them, but I participate in the challenge because I'm not going to ask them to do something I wouldn't do. And so the challenge is they have to, I have to have a certain number participate in order to do a drawing for that campaign time or that newsletter time. And so far, I haven't been able to do a drawing. We had 2 challenges, and we've had participants both times. Just one the first time, but this time we've had 4. I'd have to have 8. That's my current goal, because that's about 10% of the team. And let me chase a rabbit here. A lot of those team members that I never meet, or even ones that I have met, they're just doing their thing. They're just running along, running their Avon business the way they want to do it. I don't know if they read no newsletters. I don't know if they read or use the email that I also send out each campaign that's a reminder for customers. It's the one that I send to my customers, and so I first send it to my downline so they can use it either as talking points or as an email to send on to their team. I mean, their customers. Trying to talk fast so this video is not too long. And so I do that every campaign too. I send them that email. So these are people that never communicate with me, basically. And so I do not know if they're using the tools that I provide for them, but they're just trudging along, or maybe not trudging, but zipping along. How about that? They're zipping along with their businesses, and they really don't care if they have a mentor. They really don't need me to help them. But I have others like Deanna, who was on here earlier, gone now, and quite a few others who do communicate with me. And we talk back and forth in our online Facebook group, or just Messenger, or just whatever. You know, they participate in different things on Facebook. They'll reply to my emails. They'll participate in the challenges and so forth. And so those are the ones that I know best. And some of them I still haven't met, but I will help them as they need help. They know they can call on me. And they try to help the team too. So these are people who are also, most of them, working with leadership and trying to build teams or open to building teams. And they're also the people who usually do best with their businesses, the ones who communicate. Now, I have 2 or 3 people who don't even have email addresses, don't use Facebook, don't do any of that stuff, and they do well with their businesses too. And that's fine. You know, Avon is the business that you work the way you want it to work for whatever stage of life you're in. That's part of the email that I send to them, the very first one that I actually send to potential representatives, is that this business has fit every stage of my life, and right now it is helping me as we prepare for my husband to retire this summer. That's part of that email. and that I hope it will fit whatever stage of life they are in. So that's the things I do for my team. I help them out. I provide information for them. If they're having trouble finding some information, I'll help them find the information or tell them who can help them find the information. Just you know, things like that. So I'm available for my team if they want to use my 32 plus years of experience with Avon. Okay, so I think that's about it. Other than I'm also looking for customers. You know, I'm looking for team members. I'm looking for customers. I'm not a pusher. I don't go around saying, "Hey, you want to be on my team? Hey, you want to be an Avon customer?" You know, but you know, the members grow one way or the other. And if you are interested in getting an email from me just explaining more about the Avon business, that does not mean you're committing to anything. Does not mean I'm going to be pushing you. Just let me know that you want that email, and I will send it to you. Or if you just want to talk to me, if you say, no, I don't want to read an email, I want to just ask you some questions, just give me a call. Message me here for my phone number, and I will give that to you. And you can give me a call, and you can learn anything you want to know about the Avon business. If I don't know it, I will know where to find that information. Okay? And if you just want to see what Avon's up to these days, follow this page, read my blog at cloudclimbingbeauty.com, and you can see the newsletter and the email that I send out and a few other things that I write about. I wrote about Refer a Friend yesterday, and so there's a new blog post about Refer a Friend on there. And let's see, the Avon USA representatives page. You can follow that page just to keep up with what Avon is doing if you're just doing some research about businesses. That is a nationwide page that Avon puts information on, and you don't have to be a representative to follow that page. It is for the representatives mainly, but you can follow it too. Okay? All right. I think I've covered what I need to cover and better get on the road. And I hope that you all have a wonderful Wednesday.